Hey guys, what's up? So in today's video, I've got my review of the Spigen SGP Ultra Thin Air for the iPhone 5. Now this comes in three colors, and I have the soft clear version, which is the only clear version that they have. The other versions are a black and white, and those are both opaque. Alright, so this case is going to cost you $22 on Spigen's website. This does come with the case itself, a screen protector and some like a little cloth to apply it with, and 3 home button covers. Alright, so what is this case and who is it for? Well, this is basically what I would call a minimalist case. If you look on the sides, there's only 2 places where you're going to see any markings of any kind, and that's just in the bottom sides of the case. You'll see that in the shots. And that's about it. If you look at the rest of the case, everything's pretty straightforward, nothing fancy. Now, the thing about this case is that you can see through it, which I think a lot of people will like. The thing for me is, well, I want to be able to protect my iPhone, but I also want to be able to see it and almost make it be like there's no case there. And that's kind of what the Ultra Thin Air is trying to do. This case is ultra thin, and it's like I said, it's see-through, so it's not quite as see-through as a screen protector, but it is definitely less opaque than, well, basically any other case. Basically, this is trying to fill the void between people who want protection and people who want to keep the same design and basically have their iPhone 5 without anything on it. It's kind of an in-between, I guess you could say. And this is also for people that want a little bit more protection than just their iPhone by itself. This is a hard plastic. It is, you can kind of bend it a little bit, which is good for applying the case. I'll talk about that later. But I think it is pretty good at protecting your phone. Now, it doesn't really have that much of a lift off the table design. So really, I still think you're going to be fine whichever way you drop it. Now, I'm not saying this is the most protective case, but if you drop it, I would feel pretty confident with dropping it, about ear level. Say I'm talking to someone and I drop it. I think that my phone would be fine. I might break the case or something, maybe get some marks on my iPhone if I dropped it a certain way, but I think my actual phone would be fine. Alright, and on to my first complaint. Yes, I have a complaint about this case. And it's actually not that big of a deal. One of my complaints is that this thing does get some scratches and scuffs on it pretty easily. And one of the things, about this case is that you want to be able to see through it and see your iPhone and all of its awesomeness. And because of the scratches and scuffs and some dust and dirt that you can really see, it kind of takes away from that a little bit. But it's honestly not that big of a deal. I didn't expect it to look perfect, and it still looks pretty good. So this isn't a big deal. Just please note that this type of plastic is going to get scratched a little bit, and you're going to get some marks and scuffs on it. Nothing too major though. Alright, so what about comfort? Well, one thing I did notice is that this case is kind of slippery. I have dropped it only once though in my, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks of having it, so that's actually pretty good. And whenever I dropped it, I just dropped it into my chair, so it was fine. One of the things that they really want you to buy this case is because it's similar to the iPhone 5 in terms of, how thin your phone's going to be. And it is still really thin. What I don't like is whenever people buy huge OtterBoxes whenever they don't need an OtterBox, because it makes your phone so thick. It's just ridiculous. Unless you need the protection, get a thin case. And this is definitely a very thin case. It's also very light. I didn't really notice it any heavier, and the iPhone 5 is pretty light anyway, so you should be fine there. So it's definitely nice that it almost feels like you're still holding just an iPhone 5 without anything on it. But not quite there. It does add a little bit of thickness. So I've had this case, and I've also had a spec candy shell, and one of the things I love about this case is how easy it is to take off and put back on. It's very easy to snap it on and snap it off. I don't feel like I'm about to break it or anything. It's not that brittle. It's just so easy to do that, if for whatever reason I need to take it off, I'm fine. It literally takes me 5 seconds and I'm done. It's great. The candy shell, on the other hand, was a pain. I felt like I was about to break the case and I actually did have a candy shell where I broke it a little bit, my 4S, but this is very easy to take off and put back on, which is a huge plus for me. The screen protector isn't anything too fancy. It does protect your screen from scratches. That's about it. It still gets fingerprints. It's not anti-glare or anything special like that, but it does protect your screen, and that's basically about as much as you need. It also is pretty easy to install. I only got 1 or 2 bubbles, and I had a little bit more than 2 bubbles, and now a few of them have kind of gone away over time, and I'm actually pretty bad at applying screen protectors, not gonna lie. So considering I don't have any bubbles on my screen area, I was very happy. So definitely a thumbs up for having that. Spigen also includes these little home button covers or protectors. I don't really see why. I guess some people like it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan. I'll probably take mine off pretty soon. These come in orange, black, and white. And, if you like it, that's cool. It kind of just adds a little bit of a bump over your screen or your home button, which some people might like. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. If you want to see anything specific in the near future, leave me a comment right below me and I'll be sure to listen to a few of you. But that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.